And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. We're getting ready to work on this animation some more. The animation, of course, being Empire of the Sun, featuring Steamboat Willie or Mickey Mouse, depending on how you want to look at it. We're going to be working on this Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. And I've already done some things here. I have created a movable arm with multiple poses in the hands. I've done a head that can do a left and right look really quickly with a snap. No in-betweens for the turn, just turn one way or the other. The tail itself is also doing a little bit of motion there in the wind. You see a little bit of a wiggle there. Yeah. The ears themselves can turn left or right, backwards and forwards, I guess, is a good way to look at it. And they move independently of each other whenever the head moves. So those rigs are already in place. The face is done with a switch, so it can go back and forth between the different facial expressions, with the eyebrows and the eyes moving and the different portions of the mouth there. So that's what we've got right now. And we are going to connect all the pieces together via bones. We're going to multiply this arm and put them in place so that we can have at least a little bit of a workable animated figure here in Moho. So let's get started on that. Welcome YouTube, welcome X, RosalisTunes.com if you're following there, and Rosales Comics if you're wandering in from that place. We're glad to have you. Apparently on Twitter you can do comments if you follow some sort of instruction, that is. So if you have any comments, questions, let me know, and I will see if I can do my best to answer. So here's the head one more time. You can see down here, we can't really blow that up, but I can turn off one ear or the other. So here we go. So we have this arm here. You can see the bones rigged up there. And switch between the hand figures. And what we'll do is we'll just duplicate this. We'll hit this duplicate layer. Now we've got that. Oh, hang on a second. Go back here. Got lovely weather here in Texas, so we've got the windows open. You might hear the train in the background as it passes by. So let's duplicate that one more time. We will put our center right here, and then we'll take this layer and flip it around to the other side. We'll just move it about right here, and then we want to bring that onto the other side of the torso. There we go. So now it's back here. We can see the arm is now behind the body, so when it swings down, it goes behind it. So he can put his hands on his hip very easily. And what is this layer right here? Well, that's the background layer. Got a nice little rendered background. And what we'll want to do is take this layer and convert it to a bone. Now, with this master bone, we should be able to rig the rest of Oswald. Come up here. We'll do this, and we'll do that. We will select this bone here so that that's the master. Come down here for the wrong one. Down here for the hips. And then let's just bring this up a little bit. We want to rig this leg to the knee, then the calf muscle, and then from no, let's do it over here. Do the front of the foot and the back of the foot. Now, as you can see from, where is it? Yes. These arrows tell you which bone is connected to what, and the master bone for this part of the foot is going to be this calf bone. But this one is mastered to that. So then when we come up here and we move this bone, you see the back of the foot moves with it. Now we haven't anchored anything to it, but we will in just a little bit. So let's go back and we will target this lower torso bone and add the other leg. Same way. Come down here, boom, come across, and this way. Now let's make sure everything is connected to the parts that we want it to be connected to. Leg number 2, let's start there. So let's select these points. Then we'll bind these points up to the selected bone. There we go. Oh, excuse me there. I will select this one. We'll bind those points, just like so. Now I think I'm going to double check to make sure this is worked out correctly. This is the gravity of each bone, and we won't need that function. So let's take everything down to 0 so that it doesn't have any effect whatsoever on anything around it. We'll come up here. And oops, I missed a point right there, as you can see. So that one is still stuck. But, and I missed a point on the pants leg too. So let's go fix these things. And it's just that easy. Come over here and double check one more time. Everything is moving the way it should. And the leg is moving the way it should. Now we can tighten this up during the animation so that the leg doesn't twist like that. Oh, that's right. Pride says he stood on some chewing gum. That's probably why his foot stuck like that. In his socks, even. So we got one leg done here. So we can do the little walking sequence if we need to. And if you wanted to, you could always extend this a little bit so that it could be seen in this position, or taking it back if you need to, like he's kicking something, you know. These bones make it really, really easy to do the squash and stretch. The old style cartoons. So now we can move on to the other leg. Just select this bone, and select our points. And this other leg should be set now as well. So with that, you can create a walking and running cycle. That will fit the character as he's waving his arms madly and talking about different things. Let's check everything else while we've got him here. See, will the head move? Oh, that moves the eyes, but not the head. Look at that. We'll want to fix that. Yes, the head is not connected at all, but the rest of the body is. Look at that. And I do see that this bone needs to have its gravity turned off too, because it's affecting the rest of the body. So let's go back here. Grab this, take away the gravity of that weight. We'll come to the head. Let's select this bone here. And then select the head. And we will bind the entire layer. Boom. Just like that. Now we can make the head turn, or at least move. Yes. And there it is. The he is now rigged, so we can do all kinds of things with him. This we can, look at that. I forgot to bind the arms. But the body can move and twist. Look, he can do karate even. Go up and down and shift. So let's bind the arms as well, because we haven't done that. So let's choose where we want this to be bound with. So we got arm number 1. I'm going to bind it with this one. And we'll do arm number 2. We'll also bind it with this one. What's up, Arkham Unlimited? We are rigging Oswald the Rabbit in Moho 14 because we're doing an animation called Empire of the Sun, featuring all these public domain figures. So now we've got the ability for this guy to move around in all kinds of ways. And the arm is behind the leg and in front of the body, the way it should be. So let's see if we can't get him to bob up and down while we're at it. Go up, come back down, go up again, and come back down. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and see about right here. Let's mess with his legs a little bit. Let's do that. And when he goes up here, we'll swing them back this way. Do that a little bit. Do that. Straighten that out. And right here, or what's that? What's that right here? Yeah. We'll just copy these and put them over here. Thank you. Thank you. We're just kind of working out the little kinks here and there. But you kind of get the idea. So this is kind of what animating is like these days. It's not really, in a lot of cases, it's not, let's see, boom. It's not quite doing the pictures frame by frame anymore. Like they used to back in the day, Walt Disney style. A lot of animation is done with basically puppetry, as it looks like right here. You're rigging these puppets. Let's just do that. There we go. You're just rigging puppets to move about. And it looks like he's in a different position from here to here. So what we can do is we can take this whole thing, and by the time he comes here, since it looks like he's going up, let's shrink him down a little bit. And now it looks like he's going down the alleyway. And the ears and the tails will react to the movements as they happen. And we can tell here, I didn't attach the tail to anything. So the tail is just kind of floating off onto the side. So let's go ahead and fix that. And this is why we do these rigs and tests, so that we can figure out exactly what needs what. So here's the tail. And the tail, I think we want it attached to this bone up here. So let's select that bone. Grab the tail. We'll bind it right here. Boom. Now the tail will go back and forth and follow the body and react to it exactly the same way that it should, as he skips his way down the alleyway. So that's it. I think Oswald's ready to go now for the animation that we're going to be doing. Obviously, he's not going to be hopping down like this, and we're going to be doing some tweaking as we go. We won't let the legs bend like that, and we may move them from one place to the other as it goes up and down the body to doing the walk. But you get the general idea of how we're going to be doing this. So glad everybody was here to see this, and I was glad I was able to share this part of the animation process with you. We're getting closer and closer to the final product, and we'll have a little bit more to show you in the coming weeks as we post little snippets of what's happening. We do a show on Sunday called the Super Sunday Wrap-Up. Brian knows about it. I think Arkham knows about it, and some of you others can come out and see what our international panel of streamers have to say about the week's events. But let's go ahead and wrap this up, you guys, and you guys make your Saturday great. And we'll catch you next time. Take care.